In this video, I talk about free camping and I tell you the real deal in 2024. We share the best camping locations in the USA.
Hi guys, we hope you enjoy the video.
Check out our RV and camping related gear at our Amazon storefront. Link in video description. Hi folks, I'm Lou with Living Our Dream Now. And the title of this video is Free Camping, the Real Deal in 2024. And we're going to start with the campsite. Finding free camping in 2024 is not hard, folks. You have websites and apps like Compendium, iOverlander, freecampsites.net, Allstays. You have National Forest and BLM maps, hard copy maps. You can get some online maps too, but I like to use the hard copy map. You walk in the National Forest Ranger Station and buy yourself a hard copy map. Lots of good information on there, as well as dispersed camping areas. Some of them are identified. And even YouTube. That's right, you can find free camping right here on YouTube. My channel's an example of one of the channels that will showcase free and affordable RV camping for you. And in my case, I'm looking for the best free camping out there. I just don't want to go out there and rough it just to rough it. Let's talk about finding free camping. After you've found a free campsite, you just don't want to select one location. You want to select multiple locations, like a plan B and a plan C. And here are several reasons why. I've went out to free camping locations, arrived like 3 o'clock in the afternoon if it's a travel day, and you get there and there's a gate where there's not supposed to be a gate.
Get out of the truck, see which way we go here. Okay, well this is the deal. That's the road I just came down from the paved county road. And if I stayed straight, I would go down there, and I walked down there maybe half a mile. And there's no big rig friendly places down that way. There is a turnaround right here. You can see my rig over in here, but let's walk over here and I'll show you why this turn, the Gage BLM dispersed camping area, turned out to be a big boondocking fail. I'll have to post this on Compendium because I had just checked Compendium and I didn't see anything on there. But the big flat mining area that comprises the big rig friendly Gage BLM dispersed camping area is just beyond that fence line.
Somebody's gated a well-known free camping area out. I'll give you an example. Gage BLM free camping area. It's right off of Interstate 10 in New Mexico. I pull in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's a gate up where the mining area, the big mining area, flat, many people have camped in there with big rigs. It's big rig friendly. And I pull in there and there's a gate up. So not a viable camping location. It was a boondocking fail. So here I am, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's in the winter months, so it's going to be getting dark soon. And so I have to drive several hours out of my way to my next destination because I was planning on that being open. So that's one reason why you want to have more than one location in a certain geographic area in case there's something wrong with that free campsite. Another reason you're going to want to back up is sometimes you'll go out to these places and it will be completely trashed. It could be just litter and you don't want to camp there. It could be that there is glass all over the place. Maybe they're using the place for target practice and you have shell casings all over the place. Sometimes, especially in the desert, people take like pallets out there used lumber, and when they burn it, it leaves behind nails. And some of these free camping areas, especially in the desert where camping rings can be moved around, you could get a flat tire. And I have got a flat tire by camping in a free camping area where you had all this debris laying around. So now let's talk about reconnaissance. You've now selected your free camping area, you have a backup plan, and in some instances you're going to want to do a reconnaissance. Now I'll tell you why. On your screen right now you're probably looking at my 2023 half-ton Durango fifth wheel, and it's 29 feet long. I special ordered it just the way I wanted it so I could go out and dry camp and boondock, and equipped with solar system, inverter, and all that. And these RVs are not cheap anymore, folks. My RV's worth in excess of $70,000 if you order it new the way I did. And so you're not going to just want to troop out there with your pulling your RV unless you know the road's going to be okay for your RV. That's basically what it comes down to. If so, basically, I don't go off road, off paved highway with my RV unless I've done a reconnaissance. And if that means I camp nearby, maybe in a campground for a night or two to give me time to go out and do a reconnaissance, decide where I want to go camp. And again, I have a fairly good idea where I'm going because I'm looking for top notch scenic camping. There's a reason why I'm going out to experience free camping. People do this for multiple different reasons. If it comes to me, I'm doing it because there's something out there I want to experience. It's scenic or it's near something that I want to go see. Reconnaissance. And this has happened to me. On these unpaved roads, whether you're in the desert or back east, there can be issues. For instance, if you're crossing a wash, you can bottom out. You can damage your RV by going down a steep dip, such as in one of these washes. You can also clip a rock that's just sticking up in the road. And if you hit it just the wrong way or the right way, um, you can catch your landing gear in the back, stabilizer in the rear of the RV, particularly, and that can really screw your RV up. That can actually bend your frame. And you might not know about it right away. If you hit a rock real hard, you might feel it, but you may not know it caused any problems. You may not know it until you go through a couple sets of tires, like your RV's eating tires rapidly. And then when you explore further after your second set of tires, because there's got to be a reason why you're burning tires up, right? Then you discover, my frame's bent, my frame's twisted, and my axles aren't aligned. And so these are not cheap fixes. I mean, you're talking in the thousands of dollars to straighten a frame out or to realign your axles. Well worth doing a reconnaissance if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. So you want to do some free camping in 2024. Let's talk about power. I'm on my fourth RV. I've learned these lessons hard. So let me just check down through here what you're going to need to do some free camping, dry camping, boondocking, camping without hookups. So the first thing you need to do is upgrade to lithium, whether that's just one lithium battery or a bank of lithium batteries. Two lithium batteries, 100 amp hour lithium batteries will go a long way. And I'll give you an example here why this is important. Melody and I were on our way with our Cougar travel trailer. This is before we retired. We departed West Virginia in April, heading to Disney World, the camp down there at Disney World. It was snowing. And so we pull over to McDonald's, still in West Virginia, and I roll the slide out at the same time I turn the heater on. And I just had one 12-volt battery. Well, that was enough on a cold day to make all the power in the RV go out. Now, that's never happened before because normally, I'm not operating my RV when it's freezing cold out. I ended up having to call an electrician. I called road service. They couldn't do anything. I called an electrician. They came out. They troubleshooted it. And here there is a breaker on the frame of the RV. I didn't even know it existed. But what happens when you have a conventional 12-volt battery and you put a load on it? The voltage drops. When the voltage drops, the amps drawn increase. And it on that cold day, putting those two heavy power hungry devices on there, a heater and the slide, it blew that breaker that was on the frame of my vehicle or on the RV. Lithium doesn't do that. Lithium will put out a constant, whatever it's supposed to put out, 12 point something volts, steady. And it will do that until it's at its end of life in the battery. And so in that instance, I wouldn't have had to worry about that circuit breaker blowing. Lithium is the number one upgrade you want to do if you don't do anything else. What else do we want? You need a power generator. I carry 2 Yamaha power generators. I have since I started boondocking. I still carry them. It will, if you're out there boondocking, and this has happened to me for 4 or 5 days and it's cloudy, you may have to charge those batteries up, and a generator is the way to do it. You don't have to depend on sunshine. You just fire your generator up. And so it's a backup. There have been years where I have not had to run it. And, if I'm gone for 6 months, just the solar, because, I'm equipped with solar. My last 2 RVs have had solar, which is our next topic, solar. Makes life much easier. You don't have to listen to a generator. You don't have to haul a generator out, even though you got it for a backup. But I have, let's see, two 220 watt panels is what I ordered on my RV. That was the max amount of solar. You only have so much space up there. These are large panels. So I have 440 watts of solar on top of my 2023 KZ Durango half-ton fifth wheel. I also have an inverter ordered from the factory that way. All the 110 plugs are hot. In my previous RV, I had to get I put my own inverter in there, and then I had to run extension cords. No more extension cords. So the inverter is nice, the whole house inverter, because everything but the air conditioning and the microwave are hooked up to it. So if you want to make yourself a cup of coffee with your 110 volt K-Cup coffee maker, no problem. You want to watch TV? No problem. Everything will work except for your air and microwave the way my RV's set up. So, of course, I ordered it brand new just the way I wanted it. So, those are the things you want: lithium batteries, power generator, solar, and an inverter. That's what you need if you're serious about getting out there and doing some free camping, dry camping without hookups. I'm going to come back and talk to you about scenic locations. I've touched on that, and I'll be showing you some scenic locations where I've done free camping. But I'm going to come back to that in just a minute. What I want to talk to you about now is water and trash management. Water management, it's common sense. You're going to fill your freshwater tank in your RV up before you go out to your free camping area. There's a couple big things that you want to have in your possession, tools in your RV camping toolbox to manage water. And one of those things is you definitely want a shower head that is going to be a low water flow shower head, like 2 gallons per minute or less, because some of these will really spit out the water. So you want to have a water efficient shower head. The other thing you want to do is you want to get in the habit of using wipes. You don't need a shower every night, and showers will probably be your number one water consumption issue next to your gray tank or your black tank, your toilet. So I usually say my water for the toilet. We will take showers, but they're few. Let's talk about trash. Where do you put your trash when you're out there boondocking? That's an issue. So I'll tell you, an awful lot of people, and Melody and I have done this. There are different ways to handle this, and I'm going to cover it. But one of the ways, and a lot of people do this, is you bag your trash up in little bags, like the little Walmart store bags. And when you go to a gas station or you go to a Walmart or another business that you're going to patronize, then you drop a little trash in there. Another way you can get rid of your trash is like if you're traveling from point A to point B and you stop at a rest stop, you can do that. But we're talking little bags of trash, folks. And when you're out there boondocking for 3 or 4 days, you're going to have Melanie and I go through like a bag a day. We'll have a bag of garbage a day. So if you're out there for 4 days, you're going to have 4 bags of garbage. I'm talking that's practice for Melody and I. So I don't want to feel like a refugee. We're retired. I'm in my 60s now. If you're in your 50s and you've worked your whole life and you're either approaching retirement or you're retired, you don't want to feel like a refugee, do you? Packing your trash up in little bags and putting a little bit here and a little bit there, where you can think you can get away with it. That really doesn't work for me, folks. There's no way that I'm gonna screw around playing refugee. What I'll do is like if I'm one of the places I like to go free camping is near Kofa on BLM land, Kofa National Wildlife Refuge in Arizona. It's a little bit south of Quartzsite, Arizona. Well, resupply is going to be Quartzsite, right? And Quartzsite has a county landfill that's free on certain days. So no problem. I'll save my garbage up for 3 or 4 days. And when I go to Quartzsite to resupply, I hit the landfill. I don't have to mess around with little bags. Boom, boom, boom. All 4 bags of trash go in the landfill and lose on its way, right? Happy. There are other places you can do this. Some counties, even cities, will have a landfill. Sometimes you'll have to pay, sometimes not. I don't mind paying if it's a nominal fee just to get rid of your trash and not have to try to dispose of it like a refugee. So, trash. And we're going to come back to that toward the end of the video, the issue on trash. Let's talk about noise. When you're out there on National Forest or Bureau of Land Management, BLM land, in most jurisdictions, you're not going to have, there is no etiquette out there, folks. You can talk about etiquette all day long, but if a federal law enforcement officer comes up, there is no federal statute to cite you for noise. Like, so if you get somebody that pulls up, or even if they were there before you and they're running their generator all night, guess what, folks? You're screwed. You can go talk to the people. I usually don't do that. They're out there. They have a right to be out there. If they want to run their generator, they can run their generator. It's not the right thing to do. I wouldn't do it, especially at night. In the daytime, I will if I need to charge my batteries. But at nighttime, even in the evening after the sun goes down, I normally don't run my generators. That's what the solar's for. So much easier. It doesn't bother anybody and you can recharge your batteries. And on a sunny day, my batteries will be charged by noon. And I have 200 amp hours of lithium batteries in my 2023 KZ Durango fifth wheel. So, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to haul anything out. The only time I get those generators out, if I haven't had any sun and I need power. Proximity to other campers. This is another thing. There's no rules. This is like the Wild West, folks. When you go out to a dispersed camping area, I'm talking dispersed camping, not in a campground, on National Forest land or Bureau of Land Management, BLM land. There is no rule about how close somebody else can camp to you. They want to pull up right beside you. And people have told me this. They've been out there camping with, let's say, 2 or 3 different parties, maybe their family members, and you have this big old circle. There's been somebody's told me, a close friend of mine told me they went out there and somebody pulled right up into the middle of their camping circle and started setting up a tent. Yes, they did. So there's a story that goes behind that, but that's not the point of the video. But there's no rules. The point is, there is no rules. If they want to pull 25 feet away from you, they can lawfully do that. If they want to fire their generator up and run it all night, they can do that too. So this is something you have to deal with. when you're out there free camping. Now, most people, most RVers will exercise common sense. They will exercise courtesy, but yeah, I'll caution you. Some people, especially newbies, you get out there and you're watching these YouTube videos that talk about campground etiquette, RV camping etiquette. That doesn't mean anything to some people, folks. And if there is no enforcement mechanism, basically you're screwed. Your options are to leave and go somewhere else. So that is something to be aware of. Not many people talk about it. That's why I'm bringing it up in this video. Again, free camping, the real deal in 2024. Okay, so at this time in the video, I'm going to break off. I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to walk you through some free camping areas, and then I'll roll into the next part of the video from there. And so I'm going to pull my desktop up and we're going to my personal camping map. Folks, for this portion of the video, I'll be using Google Maps. This is my personal camping map that you're looking at. And we are going to go to Arizona. So let's zoom in here on Arizona. And here's Quartzsite. Kofa King Road boondocking. This is my favorite boondocking spot near the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. There's another free camping spot up here that's just outside of Palm Canyon, but my understanding is the BLM has shut that down. I haven't personally confirmed it, but that's what I've heard, and a few camping apps have actually taken that location off their camping apps. So just to make you aware of that. But this is a very actually the icon here is where the road turnoff is, and the actual camping location is up in here. Let's see if it'll. Yeah, you can see a road here. So this is King Road, and they call it King Road BLM. And the free camping area is right down here. You see this shaded area? This is the actual boundary of the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. And the free camping area that I like is like right in here. It's right before you enter the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. There are cell towers back up on this hill, back up this direction. And so you have very good cell service. You have Quartzsite for resupply. Like I said, you can run your trash up to the county landfill. It's up in this area just north of Quartzsite. And I'll show you some photos of just how spectacular some of the scenery is in Kofa. This is a free camping area. Once you have all the tools in your RV camping toolbox to effectively dry camp, camping without hookups, this greatly expands your RV camping options. It really does. You can go to some spectacular RV camping destinations like Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument in Arizona. Uh, let me take you there down here. Yeah, here's Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument. And what I like about this location, you see this icon here? This is Twin Peaks Campground, folks. Melody and I have camped here twice on two separate RV camping adventures, and we will go back a third time when we're back through that area at the right time of year. Absolutely breathtaking. Organ Pipe Cactus National Monument in Arizona. You'll find a dry camping experience with hot showers, flush toilets, fresh water fill, actually more than one freshwater fill, trash receptacles, and a dump station. And it is a very reasonable fee. At when Melody and I camped there twice, we got half off of the camping fee with her access pass. I now have the America the Beautiful Senior Pass, which also gets us 50% off of camping. And so you don't have to deal with, hey, where am I going to put my trash? You have hot showers, you have flush toilets, you have a dump station right there. Very convenient for, I think we were paying, I want to say maybe $10 a night, which is very reasonable, and you don't have to screw around trying to find a place to dump your tanks and dealing with your trash. Now, this icon right here is Gunsight Wash. That's a free camping area. I've done a video on that as well. But then first of all, the camping area is not going to be half as nice as what you're going to have up at Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument, and you're not going to have none of the amenities. So it's all a matter of what you want. What is your camping preference? Our YouTube channel is all about free and affordable RV camping. It's just not about free camping, folks. And in fact, in many instances, when you look at all the camping that's available out there across our country, look, all this is free and affordable RV camping. Every single one of these icons is free and affordable RV camping. So if it's all about personal preference. If you want free camping, and that's all you're interested in, you've really narrowed the scope of where you can go down. And in the East, that is going to be even more problematic. If you just expand your options just a little more, like I said, Melody and I camped there, I think, for $10 a night at Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument. That is very reasonable camping, folks. Once you've identified a free and affordable camping location that meets your specific criteria or preference, you're going to need to put that somewhere. You're going to need to record it. And I use my personal camping map. It's hosted on Google Drive. I can access it from any of my devices. If you want to know how to create your own personal camping map, or want to know more about my complete trip planning process, just click either of these two videos. If you got something out of the video, folks, that's why I make them.